Hi all! Kitamari here, playing The Lost Art of Innkeeping. This is the prequel to The Hidden Art of Innkeeping, which is a new release that came out today, September 3rd, 2024. I'm going to be playing this first game, this prequel, and then I'm going to play the sequel, do a little bit of a comparison, do first impressions of both. It's kind of exciting to try something new like that. Let's go ahead and select new game. Do you prefer to play in classic mode or relaxed mode? Classic mode, relaxed mode, tell me more about them. Classic mode has a shorter deadline and is therefore more challenging. You may prefer this for replayability because it makes it more likely you'll encounter different endings. Oh, that's interesting. Relaxed mode has a longer deadline and is more forgiving when things don't go your way. I'm gonna go with classic mode. I can't believe Aunt Agatha left me Cascade Manor. I used to visit her now and then when I was young, but that was a long time ago. She never seemed to like me much, but then again, she was always a bit eccentric. Eek! Look at the condition of this place, and I don't have enough money to fix it all up. Good evening, I'm Wodehouse, the butler. You must be Miss Bennett, the new owner of Cascade Manor. Nice to meet you, Wodehouse. You can just call me Eleanor. Very well then, Eleanor. Please follow me. Wodehouse is an interesting name. Yikes, I was hoping it would look better on the inside, but no. I've tried to keep the place as clean as possible, but I'm afraid that your Aunt Agatha did not provide me with the funds for the upkeep of the manor. I don't get it. She was rumored to be very rich, but the lawyer said she didn't leave any money to anyone. Where did all her money go? A letter from the bank arrived yesterday and may help explain things. You'll find it in the bedroom on the first floor near the stairs. I've tidied it up for you. As you can see, the second floor is currently inaccessible until we can find someone to repair the stairs. Do you want to view the tutorial before you start? Yes. When you want to view mouse instructions, left-click on a location to navigate there, and left-click on a character item to interact with it or to select a choice. You can right-click to access the menu or to cancel. Don't change anything. Not necessary. Oh, there's a gamepad. Gamepad support. That's cool. I'm using a mouse and keyboard for this. Here's a general piece of advice. Look around and interact with things that you feel might yield interesting items or information. Enjoy. Come talk to me when you're done exploring the manor. So I'm going to point and click at stuff. Yay. So, whoa, she... I like that she goes really quickly to things. I can hear rats scuttling around beneath the floorboards. Look at this hole. I see something glittering in the depths of the hole, and I can also hear rats squeaking and moving about inside. Reach into the hole. There's no way I'm putting my hand in there while there are rats around. In fact, let me see. Walking speed fast, normal fast. I kind of like fast, honestly. It works well for me. I'm gonna change up the music just a little. Sound effects too. There we go. And I'm gonna save my game because I'm a big fan of saving my game. Let's go here. Let me talk to Wodehouse again. Have you read the letter from the bank? It's in the bedroom on the first floor near the stairs. Hey, Wodehouse, he transformed into... Not transformed, he warped. How did you get here before me? Like any good butler, I try to anticipate your needs. You'll find me in any room you go to, except your own bedroom, of course. I can't decide if that's creepy or useful. I'm gonna look at this. It's a little teapot, short and stout. This hole. I can hear rats scuttling around beneath the floorboards. We can also see the rats. Hi, rats. Apparently rats now rule the pantry and they won't let me in. Oh, they're the owner of the pantry. Let's look at this stove. This is a nice stove. I'm glad Aunt Agatha had indoor plumbing installed. It's all the rage in the city, but I don't think the rest of the country has quite caught on yet. I like that face too, that expression. I may not be rich, but at least I have a lot of clean dishes. I wonder where this leads to. That leads to the cellar. I have the key to it, but the lock's rusted shut. We could probably open it if we had some grease to lubricate the lock and a hammer to knock off the rust. Maybe someone in the village can help you with that. Good to know. Thank you for the tips. Oh, look at this hole. Rats are squeaking. Let's go out in this way. I don't recommend going into the library at the moment, as it's been taken over by spiders. Let's go in anyway. How bad can it be? Ah! Yikes, Wodehouse was right. This was not a good idea. Let's get out of here. Those spiders are as big as I am. They're not cute spiders. There's a letter here from Aunt Agatha's bank. Hinterland Bank, dear Miss Bennet. Over the past few years, your aunt borrowed a large sum of money from our bank using the manor as collateral. We wish to inform you that a payment of 20,000 gold is due on day 30 as repayment of the loan principal and interest. If we do not receive the full amount by noon on this date, we will assume ownership of the manor. Have a wonderful day. Regards, A. Banquoir. Eek! I was not expecting this. I only have 500 gold. How in the world am I going to pay the bank 20,000 gold by day 30? I'd better talk to Wodehouse about this. Wodehouse will help. Wodehouse. Look at everything. There's some tutorials here. Be sure to write down all the new things I learned throughout my stay here and add them to this bookcase so I can always refer to my notes again. What do you want to do? Oh, I don't really need to worry about that. Small painting here. I'll view it. Ooh, look at this. This is interesting. Interesting painting. Nicholas Nickleby? Charles Dickens? Okie doke. The woman in the painting looks like Aunt Agatha. I wonder if she had it commissioned. This bed looks comfortable, but I can't go to sleep yet. I have too much to do. It's a wardrobe. I can keep my clothes here. And go in this door? That's my bedroom. I think it's best to keep the door closed at all times. See, if I went into this game blind and I had no clue about anything to do with it, I would wonder in the back of my head, is this one of those RPG Maker horror games, maybe? Like a Gothic-themed one. That would be kind of interesting. I hope you found everything to your satisfaction, Eleanor. Why did Aunt Agatha borrow so much money from the bank? I don't have enough money to... Let's ask about Aunt Agatha. I'm afraid she did not confide in me, but your cousin Rudolph, who owns a newspaper in the city, did visit her quite often over the past few years. Well, I don't have enough money to pay the bank for Aunt Agatha's loan. There. I'm sure we can find a solution if we put our heads together. I certainly hope so. I don't wish to lose the manor since it's been in the family for years, and not only do I have the loan to repay, it also costs a lot of money to maintain the house. So cold and tired. I'm a carpenter, and I was out on a job longer than I expected. I don't think I'll make it home before midnight. Can I stay here for the night? You poor thing, of course you can stay the night. Here, let me at least give you 50 gold. Now please show me to my room. Oh, if you could prepare some bread and fruit for breakfast tomorrow, that would be nice. And my goodness, it's so cold in this old manor that we'll need some firewood, too. I suppose I'll be sleeping on the couch here tonight, but at least I earned some money toward repaying the loan. Wodehouse, how about converting the manor into an inn? I know a lot of people like to visit this area because of the waterfall and the views, so with a bit of advertising, we could make it work. An excellent idea, Eleanor, and we can ask George to repair the staircase tomorrow morning, so that you can use the second floor rooms. Now, I suggest paying a visit to the nearby village and visiting the shops there. You'll be able to get breakfast and firewood there. Sounds like a plan. We have 550. Just earned 50. Is day 1. I don't know what the heart icon means. That's interesting. And key, we have 0 of 0. Can explore, and then there's also a star ranking. All quite mysterious stuff. You know, this game reminds me a bit of Moranian Tavern Story, just a little bit. Some nice, cozy RPG Maker kind of graphics here. They're very, very pretty, though. It's been a while since I played an RPG Maker type of game. This very sharp axe was used to split logs back in the old days before the general store started selling firewood. This flower. Oh, wait. Well, let's go to town. I'm gonna talk to this kid. Hello, miss. I'm Matilde. My mummy owns the cafe. My daddy works in a factory in the city, so he only comes home once in a while. All right, Matilde. I like you, Miss Eleanor. I hope you stay here forever. Aww. We are liked already. Ah, Eleanor, welcome back. I haven't seen you in a long time. If you're looking to buy something, though, I should warn you that I don't have much in stock at the moment. I need low ash, low sulfur coal to make good quality steel, but it's been difficult to find ever since a rock fall led to the closure of the mine up north. Hopefully I'll be able to replenish my stock soon. Do you have a small hammer that I can use to knock off some rust from the lock? Unfortunately, I don't, as you can see from my limited stock, and I can't make anything new without the right coal. Maybe my neighbor Frank, who's a builder, has one. Now look at your stuff. There's a book here. You can take it. Your Aunt Agatha lent it to me, and I never got around to returning it. Oh, it's a novel by Charles Dickens. The title is Hard Times, and it's the 10th book he wrote. Aunt Agatha used to have the complete collection of all 15 of his novels, including his last one, which was unfinished. I wonder if I can find all of the Dickens novels. Maybe Wodehouse knows where they are. She is into books. She's into reading classics. There's nothing of interest here. I don't think I should peek into Darius's dresser. Darius seems to like bread. There's a pair of gauntlets here. They look nice. You can take them if you want. That's one of my early prototypes when I was testing out steel recipe number 17. Since Darius no longer has any need for the gauntlets, I might as well take them. I don't think I'll ever wear these, and I'm sure I can sell them at the general store for a bit of money. Nothing soothes the soul like a cup of hot tea. This is a nice game. I like this game. This is like it's like an indie RPG maker version of Lake. I don't know if you've heard of Lake. It's a very cozy game that's pretty down to earth. And this has that sort of ambience, I would say. The crate is empty. It feels like little things matter, and there's references to stuff that I kind of know a little bit about, so that's kind of cool. There's water here. Darius probably uses it to rapidly cool down steel, which makes it stronger. I'm not quite sure what this is. A modern musical instrument? Or a torture device, maybe. Maybe also something like the latest Siberia a little bit. That's another comparison point, I guess. I wonder what this bowl is for. There are slots in this crate, but it's empty. A lone helmet sits sadly here. This pot is so shiny I can see myself in it. I see a saw here. Those look like building materials. Go in this door, please. Hello? Is anyone home? Go away, I'm busy. Frank is... Girl, I said I'm busy. I guess he's not the general store. The house is empty. I don't think anyone lives here. Hello, miss. You must be the new owner of the manor. I'm Nobby. Welcome to the general store. Nice to meet you, Nobby. Do you sell firewood? Yes, of course. It'll be 10 gold. Very well, I'll buy it. Well, that's expensive. I don't want it after all. I'll buy it. Right then. I'll have it sent to the manor right away. It's getting late. Please come back another day to see what else I have for sale. He has red eyes. Oh, wait, no. I think dark brown. Chestnut colored, I guess. Lots of pickles here. I should talk to Nobby if I want to buy something. There isn't much on this shelf, but I should talk to Nobby. If I want to buy something. Firewood. Keg of beer. I should talk to Nobby if I want to buy. Random housewares. Ah, it's getting late. Yep. We'll sell things later, I guess. The gauntlets. This building is empty. If I remember correctly, a young girl used to live here with her parents, but they must have moved away. It's a cafe, too. Doesn't look like it's getting late. Why, it's Eleanor. I haven't been back to the village in years. I don't think my daughter Matilde was even born the last time you visited. What can I do for you? I've missed you and your bread. Yolanda? Can I buy some for breakfast tomorrow? Do you have fruit as well? That'll be 10 gold for the bread and the fruit. Very well then, I'll buy it. So if things cut off a bit at the bottom, it's because of something recording-wise. I'm sorry about that in advance. Things might be cutting off a little at the bottom. I'll have them delivered directly to the manor. It's getting late, but do come back for a chat sometime. Someday, sometime. Ooh. If one doesn't like jam with bread, there's also olive oil and balsamic vinegar here. Balsamic vinegar. One can't go wrong with a classic baguette. I need to stand in front of the sign to examine it. Today's daily quote is by Edgar Allan Poe. I have great faith in fools. Self-confidence, my friends will call it. Wouldn't it be a wonder if the bread came pre-sliced? I wonder what else there is to look at here. This is a brick oven for baking. It's warm and toasty right here. There's nothing of interest here. This is the biggest bottle of olive oil I've ever seen. You know, I agree with her. That is a very big bottle of olive oil. People can order beer if they want. Sorry, that's off limits to customers. I said that strangely. Sorry. Sometimes one can get tired of eating just bread. Nothing smells better than freshly baked bread. Freshly baked bread. Okay. Go. Yeah, actually, I might. You know, I can't believe that I would be doing this, but I'm going to change it to normal walking speed. I can't believe it either. I'm just like, really? I'm changing it to normal walking speed? And just, she's so fast. I want to go. I have no reason to leave the village at this point in time. What about this? There's no water in the fountain. Yeah, point and click adventure. Very chill vibes. I don't know anything about plants. Are these weeds? I don't believe so. I believe they're bushes. Wodehouse, didn't Aunt Agatha have the complete collection of Charles Dickens's novels? Do you know where all the books went? Ah, yes. The books used to all be in the library, but over the years they were either misplaced around the manor or borrowed by villagers. Each individual book is not worth very much, but I'm sure the complete set of all 15 books is very valuable. Especially the one that wasn't finished. Looks like we're ready to go to bed. Good night, Eleanor. I hope the rats don't venture out tonight. Oh, that face. Good morning, miss. What on earth? Why were... Oh, I must have fallen off the couch. She fell quite a ways. I think a ghost threw her. Flung her. I went ahead and repaired the wood floor and staircase since Wodehouse said you wanted that done. Sorry I can't do anything about the walls, though. You'll have to find a builder for that. I usually charge 300 gold for repairs like this, but since you offered to let me stay over for free and were kind enough to provide everything I asked for, I'll give you a huge discount, so it'll only be 50 gold. Oh, okay, here's the money. Pays to be nice, achievement unlocked. Yeah, get the maximum possible discount from the carpenter. I'll be sure to tell everyone that Cascade Manor is now open to guests. Goodbye now. Word spreads fast in these small villages, so we may be lucky enough to get our first guests later this afternoon. We currently have access to the 2 small bedrooms upstairs, and now it's time to set them up. All right, I'll go upstairs and check them out. Gonna go upstairs. Yay! We have unlocked new locations. Please take a look at the 2 small bedrooms on the 2nd floor and choose how you would like them configured. I wish I had something to display here. Oh, maybe we'll get some items to put here. Gosh, he warps at warp speed. Would you like me to explain how room configuration works? Yes. Our room configurations will cater to different types of guests. For instance, some guests may want a writing desk, while others may want a sitting area, and for others still, it may be immaterial. If you configure a room to have only 1 single bed, it can only accommodate 1 guest. A room with 2 single beds is just what travelers who are friends will want, while some families prefer a double bed. What type of layout should I choose if I don't know what type of guests are coming? Try picking a different layout for each room for now. Even if we can't accommodate a guest the first time around, they may visit again, and they'll usually tell you when they'll do so. You can change room configurations during setup or when there are no guests in the manor by either talking to me in the room or through the room screen once that becomes available. To help you identify the guest rooms, icons can be shown above each room's door. Do you want to turn this on now or in menu options? Guest room icons. I don't know why that would be turned off by default. That's kind of interesting. Oh, so we have a little perk for gamepads too there. Alright then, you can change the setting at any time by going to menu and options. Finally, if you ever need help on this topic again or on any other topics, you can take a look at the bookcase in your bedroom. You haven't configured this room yet. We have some furniture in the attic with which I can furnish the room. Do you want to choose its layout now? I'm going to choose the layout. So we're going to have 2 single beds and a sitting area and a writing desk. Oh, we can choose between these. There we go. There we go. Close. Good choice. You can modify the layout of this room anytime before guests arrive by talking to me. You have 1 more room to configure. Alright, so that's nice for friends. Let's look at this room. You haven't configured this room yet. We have some furniture in the attic. Choose layout. Do 1 single bed and a writing desk. Good choice. You can modify the layout of this room anytime before guests arrive by talking to me. Now that you've configured all the rooms, why don't you talk to me downstairs in the main hall so that we can make the final preparations before guests arrive? Hooray! Go down here. And what on earth are these columns doing here? We had a builder here to fix the roof, but your aunt thought he was taking an inordinate interest in her room, so she fired him. He became rather upset, to put it mildly, and brought in these columns to spite her. That is so petty. As a result, the columns are blocking access to the corridor leading to the 2 large bedrooms. I guess I'll have to clamber over them. We'll have to find someone to move them. I need to find someone with the right equipment to move the columns. I should have said I wanted to clamber over them. That leads to the attic, but it's currently so full of furniture that I'm afraid you'll find it difficult to access. I suggest waiting until we found a place to store all the furniture before going up. This used to be the lounge, but now it's rather empty. I seem to remember that there used to be a grand piano here and something else. When I entered your aunt's service 2 years ago, this was the only furniture in the room. Oh, maybe she had to sell some of the furniture. What a shame. It was a really nice piano, too. The roof is leaking. Please see me in the main hall on the first floor to make the final preparations before guests arrive. There are some porcelain figurines and assorted knickknacks here. They're pretty, but they don't look valuable. There's also a book here. I found another book from the Charles Dickens collection. The title is Martin Chuzzlewit, and it's the 6th novel he wrote. I now have 2 out of the 15 books. There are some porcelain figurines. I like this wallpaper. I'd use that to decorate my room. I wonder if I can decorate my own room too. That would be cool. Now that we're officially open as an inn, the Association of Bed and Breakfasts, Inns, Motels, Hostels, Hotels, and Resorts, or the ABBI-MHHR, has a ranking system so that guests know what to expect when they stay somewhere. Tell me more about it. Right now we have 0 stars, but each time we meet the requirements to go up in rank, the ABBI-MHHR will give us a small cash reward. The ABBI-MHHR. What a mouthful. Yes, they're a very inclusive organization, and they wanted to make sure no type of establishment was excluded. Why don't you take a look at the requirements for achieving 1 star? I've also included a list of all your other tasks for your convenience. Get rid of spiders, get rid of rats, average guest rating above 35, pay off the 20,000 gold loan by day 30, use grease and a hammer to unlock the cellar door, find all 15 Dickens novels, 2 are found so far. Look at all these. This game is very chill, and I like it. I like the simulation aspects very much. As you can see, the bar is pretty low for now. The main thing we have to do is get rid of the spiders and rats infesting the manor. Maybe we'll meet some guests who can help us with that. Tell me about our potential guests. Our guests will stay for only 1 night and may visit us again in the future. Guest preferences are categorized as either must-haves, that is, furniture or amenities that they definitely need, or likes, items that would increase their guest rating but are not mandatory. The more comfortable our guests are and the more things they have to do, the happier they'll be. We can provide them with various amenities which cost money but which also lead to higher guest ratings. Not only does a higher guest rating bring in more guests in the future, it also leads to more generous tips. You'll also have to choose a price level for the inn. I suggest setting cheap prices for now, since we don't have much to offer. You'll be able to see the maximum price that each guest is willing to pay for a room. As we attract more wealthy guests in the future, you can consider raising the price level, although we'll earn more money from the higher prices for the guest rooms. Note that this also has a small negative effect on the guest rating. In the following screen, you can view and modify rooms, choose amenities, and select the price level. You can reconfigure rooms during setup by selecting a room on the left. What do the icons and numbers on the upper right of the screen mean? Money and calendar are pretty easy to decipher. They represent how much money you have and what day it is. So it's day 2. Heart shows the average guest rating, so you'll see a number there only when there are guests staying at the inn. The key icon tells us how many guest rooms are currently occupied out of the 2 available guest rooms. And that one, I don't even know what that is. Is that a clock? Yeah, that's a clock. Represents the time period. Right now it's late morning, which means it's setup time. This is followed by check-in during the early afternoon and leisure in the late afternoon. Finally, there's checkout the next morning if there are any guests staying at the inn. You can also see at a glance how many stars the inn currently has, and finally, if you open the menu or any of the other screens at the very bottom, there's an additional icon, a trophy. This represents the number of achievements you've unlocked, or out of the total number of achievements. Let's get started. Alright then, you can now access the tasks, rooms, and guest screens using the buttons that will appear on the left or by pressing the keyboard shortcuts T, R, and G respectively. T, R, and G. T, R, G. TRG. I hope I remember that. Feel free to walk around the manor or the village or make any modifications you want to the rooms, amenities, and price level. When you're ready for our first guests, talk to me here. Let's see, TRG. TRG. What about I for items? I? Okay, check it out. Martin Chuzzlewit, a novel about a young man who is disowned after he falls in love with his grandfather's nursemaid. Hard Times, a novel about Louisa and Thomas who live in Coketown and are taught by their father to only value facts. Gauntlet, lost and found, a pair of metal gloves often worn by knights or adventurers. Maybe I should keep it then. It says lost and found. Are you sure you don't want to choose any amenities? They may be costly, but they do make our guests happier. How do I choose them again? In the room's screen, you'll see rooms, amenities, finances, view guests. Got it. I'm gonna go to rooms, amenities. Here we go. Do this and this. Close. These are our tasks. Are you ready to check in guests? You've chosen 2 out of 2 possible amenities. Amenities. Amenities? The total cost is 20 gold and the price level is cheap. Check in guests now. Alright then, let's subtract your costs, which amount to 20 gold, then see who wants to stay here today. Hey, hello. Yo, what's up? I'm just starting out as an adventurer and I usually pass through this area every 3 days. I heard through the grapevine that you have rats in your pantry. I'll clear them out for you as long as I can stay here for the night. Can you get rid of the spiders in my library too? Sorry dude, I don't do spiders. I hate to admit it, but they scare me. I don't have much money, so hopefully your rooms aren't too expensive. A delicious breakfast in the morning would be awesome, by the way. Let's see if we can find a suitable room for you. I think you'd like the blue room. Awesome sauce. Now wait just a minute while I hunt these rats down. My first guest. Check in your first guest. Just received that achievement. The rats are gone. It was easy, just like any rat quest. Just like any rat quest. You can go into the pantry later if you wish. What a relief. That fulfills one of the requirements for becoming a 1-star inn, and our guest rating has also improved. I'll go check out the village blacksmith supplies later today. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep the gauntlets. I feel like there might be some special use for them. If I'm done with the check-in process, I should talk to Wodehouse before going anywhere. It appears that one party will be staying with us tonight. Are you done checking in guests? Yes, I'm done. I'll show the guests to their rooms. The guests will check out tomorrow morning. You're now at leisure to do whatever you want. You may find it useful to visit the village or explore the manor if you haven't done so yet. When you're done for the day, you can go to bed. I'm gonna go in the... not here, the kitchen. So, yep. Dining room. What's over here? Ooh, I got something. I don't know what I got because I skipped through it too fast. A fishing rod! Ah! We have a fishing rod. I wish I could find someone to repair this unsightly hole. Everything looks a little grimy and dusty. I'm definitely going fishing. Feel free to do whatever you like and go to bed when you're done. Do whatever I like. Yeah, I'm gonna go explore. I go fishing right here. I use my fishing rod. I'm gonna save as well. Let's resume. Ooh, what is that a place to go sometime? Could be. Look at this hole right here. Yikes, this hole is gigantic. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get some help with that too. Let me talk to this little girl. I miss my daddy. I'm gonna talk to... This house is empty. I'll talk to this guy again. Hello, is anyone home? Grr, I said I'm busy. I'll go to the cafe. And talk to you. Do you have any grease that I can use to lubricate a rusty lock? I don't, but maybe Nobby at the general store can help you out. As you can see, my shelves are rather bare at the moment. I only have your typical everyday items, like firewood, stamps, and a book or two, and some pantry supplies. In a small and quiet village like this, people don't really buy much. Do you sell any grease? I need to lubricate a rusty lock. Sorry, miss, I don't, but maybe if your inn becomes more successful, I'll think about upgrading my store and selling more things, including grease. That is one way to handle things. The Old Curiosity Shop, a novel about young Nell and her grandfather who were evicted from his shop due to his gambling debts. Close this window. I found another book from the Charles Dickens collection. The title is The Old Curiosity Shop, and it's the 4th novel he wrote. I now have 3 out of 15 books. I don't have anything in stock at the moment, but you're welcome to sell items to me. I'll send a note up to the manor if I have any news for you. Actually, maybe we should. I'm just gonna do it. Just sold. You said something about news for me. That's kind of interesting. I hope it wasn't a bad idea to sell those gauntlets. So there's not really a way of completely knowing. Hey! Good day, Eleanor. I'm afraid I won't have anything for you until the mine north of the manor reopens. You'll need to increase the inn's star ranking before that happens. The blacksmith doesn't seem to have a very good selection of items. Everything is still just beginning. You know, I will find it quite cool if things also visually change over time. I mean, I can definitely imagine that things will visually change as far as our inn, because there's so much room for improvement and stuff that's already clarified as being able to change and alter over time. Feel free to do whatever you like and go to bed when you're done. Look at this fire, roaring fire. It's nice and warm here. I'm glad I purchased some firewood. There's a letter here from Aunt Agatha's bank. Look at this, 20,000 gold. That's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a wee bit. Go to sleep now. Auto-saving game. Let me see. I'm gonna go down this way. I'll talk to you. Got a tip. Be back on day 5. Looks like you've checked everyone out. Are you done with the checkout process, or would you like to continue talking to the guests? I'll talk to you one more time in case there's anything. Adventurers tend to lead lonely lives. With all this traveling, it's hard to meet someone. I'm done. Congratulations, you made a profit of 31 gold. You can now walk around the manor or the village and make any changes you want to the guests' rooms, chosen amenities, price level, etc. Talk to me here when you're done. I don't really think there's anything in particular that I... Oh yeah. Fishing rod. I'm still curious about the fishing rod. Are you ready to check in guests? You've chosen 2 out of 2 possible amenities. Check in guests now. Alright then, let's subtract your costs, which amount to 20 gold, and see who wants to stay here today. Hey, we have more people. Good morning. I love traveling, but I'm a poor student studying architecture, and my budget's very limited, so I'm hoping that your prices are reasonable given the condition of the manor. Do you have a room for me today? One with a good roaring fire would be delightful. Let's see what's available. It doesn't have a roaring fire, but I have this. Excellent. I'm planning to spend the afternoon relaxing by the waterfall. Ooh, we can go out and meet her and get to know her. Morning. I'm Marie, and this is my husband Pierre. The railway company that we work for is considering building a train station in the nearby village. However, we don't know if we'll get enough passengers to make a profit since the village is tiny and not many people travel here. Perhaps if you're awarded 3 stars by day 15, that would convince the railway company of the long-term benefits of building a train station here. Anyhow, do you have a room with a writing desk? It'd be nice to have a double bed as well. Let's see if we can find a suitable room for you. Oh no! Ah! Likes double bed and a writing desk. We hope you'll be able to find something for us, but if you can't, we plan to come back every 4 days. Not done yet. We look at the rooms since... I can't do anything with this room, right? I don't think so. Occupied by Irene. Ooh, look at all these achievements. You know, I'm gonna be wrapping things up soon, so I'm gonna go through the achievements. This is something I do when I'm playing games too, that I just like look up the achievement list because I want to see what kind of content is in a game and how much stuff there is to do. So like, we have stuff for the Coral Cave. The Coral Cave. So there's a cave to go spelunking in. Looking forward to that. Can give a shopkeeper money to purchase supplies. All 4 opera singers stayed at the inn on the same day. Painting of roses. Hang on the wall. Pay off our loan. All 5 rooms at the inn are occupied, so we'll have a maximum of 5, it appears. Receive a gift from Johan. All buildings in the village and fountain have been upgraded, occupied, or built. Well, I guess that answers my thought about whether things change. It's nice, the feeling of like, I am upgrading this town, I'm upgrading my inn, I am making appreciated, noticeable, visually distinct changes to the world around me. I like that kind of feeling in games. Design an advertisement. Get the manor repaired for free. A guest stayed 8 times before day 30. Pay host to the royal family. Aspiring architect. Oh, there's a new game plus. Okay. Make a profit of 1,500 gold in a single day. Ooh, I wonder what that's like. Pay off loan in classic mode. 4-star rating. Reserving rooms. Oh, ruins. So a cave and ruins to explore. Maybe I should not have sold that gauntlet. What if I need it for that kind of thing? Oh my goodness, return 10 lost and found items to guests. Oh, I wish I looked in here much earlier because I already sold the gauntlet. Can I get it back? I wonder. Not sure. I'll have to check on that. But anyway, I'm going to... Can I save anywhere at any time? Looks like I can. I like that. I like that I can save anywhere. So this has been The Lost Art of Innkeeping. Very dynamic, interesting idea for an indie, cozy game, right? I haven't played too many business sims that are just very sweet and light and personable and just, you know, I don't know, the characters, they have some charm to them. The gameplay loop is less about business and more about experiences. That's kind of why I brought up titles like point and click titles like Siberia or something like Lake. I really like that about this title, that it has that kind of cuteness to it. It's not all buried within a lot of statistics and things to figure out. I think that this is a game that could have a lot of appeal, especially these days when there are just a lot of cozy games and a lot of cozy game fans that, you know, might be looking specifically for a title with the type of mood that this one offers. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thanks for everything. And I'll see you later. Bye.